Hello, true duelists. My name is a generational talent, not for my ability to perform in any meaningful capacity, not comparable to Michael Jordan's 90s era with the Bulls. No, I'm a generational talent for having videos be made completely irrelevant the minute that they drop. For the God knows how many times now, Konami's Twitter account overshadowed my news video, and my news video, posted earlier today, is just met with the question of why aren't you talking about the only news that matters right now? And it's because I filmed it in advance and didn't inherently know. I'm sorry, Konami just really loves doing that. It's annoying, actually, is what it is. Either way, a new format is dropped, and I know you know about it, because before I even got home to film this, I saw notifications about Jesse Cotton's video, about Lithium's video. I saw tweets from Farfa that he's hosting a Discord tournament for this new format. I haven't even started filming yet. So, you know what's up. It's Genesys format. Konami has confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that if you are a Pendulum player, you don't fucking matter. You suck. Because Pendulum suck and they're not dealing with it. An all-new format with no proper ban list, if you ignore the fact that every Lincoln Pendulum monster is banned, that will be held at YCSs in the future, possibly even getting YCSs of their own in given time. This is huge news in the Yu-Gi-Oh community since we've been dying for an alternate format, and we had a really, really good one until Konami killed it for no discernible reason. Rip Time Wizard or something to that effect. Genesys, so named after a Sega console, because Sega does what Nintendo don't, and Konami also does what Nintendo don't. That being, Konami does give mediocre pricing support at tournaments. Just I don't know, the joke didn't really work, but I tried to shoehorn it. It is, of course, a set objective proof that Konami hates pendulums, because pendulums and links have been two of the most lukewarm received monsters, maybe not by the community at whole, but by the outside people looking in to come in and start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a lot more complex than just Synchro or Xyz ever was when you're looking at, 87,000 words on one card, and what the hell are the arrows doing here? I don't know what's going on with the others. So Konami has said, fuck it, Yu-Gi Boomers first, only Synchro, Xyz, Ritual, and Fusion monsters, and that's what the format's gonna be. No conventional ban list except for the list of cards with points. That being, you can have 100 points in most standard tournaments, and each card is worth a certain amount of points. The majority are worth 0, but other notable ones aren't. You get things like Ash Blossom being worth 15, or Barrier Statues being worth 60, and so if you have only 100 points to distribute between the main side and extra, and 45 of them are going to a playset of Ash Blossom, you've got some deck building choices to make. And that deck building choice, of course, relies on playing full power Fiendsmith or Yummy, because there are none of those cards on this list. There are, however, 3 Black Wings, so it can be assured Konami knows what the fuck they're doing. In all honesty, I think this is a very, 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 very welcome step forward towards the game. I've been meaningfully trying to cut back on just being like, oh, it's a positive first one, but who knows where it goes. But in my defense, I can't judge a new format with having known it's existed for about 3 hours. Conceptually, I get it. A lot of people want a slower paced Yu-Gi-Oh! And this has some amount of room for that. Copium, we heard the same thing when Links dropped. Links will make the game slower. Nothing was truer or farther from the truth than that statement, but they even say so in the description. No card is banned, but you can't play all the banned cards, or all the ban-worthy cards, I guess, in this format together. They specifically mentioned Graceful Charity. Yeah, it's absolutely cracked if you partner it with tier cards, but Graceful's like 90 of your points, so you're not playing any tier cards if you're playing Graceful. But if you so want to play your copy of Graceful Charity, you can. I think that's pretty dandy. It's also going to be incredibly stupid if you think that there isn't going to be a definitive format best deck metagame around this. There's going to be absolute powerhouses, but I do like the steps being made here. Obviously, this list of 500 cards they've given us doesn't encompass every problem. I've alone mentioned the Fiendsmiths and the Yummies, and you can name off 86 other archetypes and decks that are problematic in some capacity with left unchecked. But hey, the Dragon Rulers are 7 points each, so they know those 2013 threats, don't they? Something to that effect. I like it. I like the idea of it. I can get behind it, even if only for another way to play, because if Master Duel has shown us anything, and the TCG has shown us anything, with people constantly being like, hey, Master Duel sucks right now, I want to go to the TCG, which is the current time frame of this video, but it wasn't too long ago where people were like, yo, the TCG fucking sucks, I'm just going to go on Master Duel. And they just kind of ping-ponged, and then you reach this state where they both suck, and it's like, well, what the hell do I do? Hold on, a third format? It won't be Edison, we fucking killed that. But an option, an alternative, something? That's not bad. That's not something I'm going to complain about. Redditors told me that this is not unlike Canadian Highlander from Magic. I don't respect that. I don't know what the fuck that means. But I do respect that Magic has all the formats for you to choose from. So I get behind, I want more options. I want more alternatives, and that's what this is. Not to mention, this can very easily be changed. There isn't a one-to-one ban list in the sense that we're not going to get like, oh my god, we can't play Abyss Dweller anymore, because you can play Abyss Dweller, it's just you can only play Abyss Dweller and then all 0 rated cards. But, you know, they can alternate it. They can make adjustments to this list. There's only 505 right now, but they could add another 200. They could also adjust it so that it's like, hey, you know what? Dweller's not worth 100 points. We're going to put it only at 80. And so now you can play Dweller and 1 Ash Blossom and and that stupid equip spell that worked with Gear-freed OTKs for Exodia. It's a little wacky. It's a little wild. I don't fully get behind the exact distribution of points here. I don't know how I feel about 3 Pot of Greed being legal in a deck with just less points than 1 copy of Triple Tactics Talent. I think that's choice. That's a distribution of points that I don't fully understand, but I do like the idea. I think the phase 1 is really good and you can build upon it. And more than anything, it's exciting. It's something from Konami. If only they could have held a stream to promote it and let me know about it in advance, so my video wouldn't have gotten fucked. But we can't win them all. In fact, you can't win any of them until YCS Anaheim, which is going to have the first ever YCS Genesys tournament going on. They said there's going to be little 16-person tournaments that are held on Saturday, and then the first and second place winners from those 16-man events will then get placed into the proper event held on the Sunday, and then at the end of that event you can win something like a 2009 Shonen Jump Dark End Dragon, or a giant prize card Pot of Greed. Not to mention, maybe with this thing, because they just announced the new giant cards for YCSs, maybe you can get banned cards printed as giant cards if you win the Genesys events. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. All I know is it's huge news for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a really promising start, and I'm actually pretty damn excited about it, because it's something to look forward to. The criticism is, of course, they've already killed fucking Time Wizard. How do we know they're not going to do this? Shoutouts to the real ones. Do you remember in like 2014 when they made 3 formats? One for just Fusion monsters, one for Xyz, and one for Synchro. And if you played in the Synchro format, every Xyz and Fusion was banned, and like that for the respective. I don't remember. I remember that being announced. I don't think they did any tournaments with it. I don't remember anything happening with it. It was just like, oh, neat, and then nothing. Not to mention, as I've said, Time Wizard. Not to mention, did you know Rivalry of Warlords exists? Are you aware that, like, they made like 5 alternate formats? They announced the Deckmaster format, and no one has done anything with it besides like shit on it in YouTube videos. So there's a precedent here that they will introduce something and kill it. And even tournament success, a la Edison Time Wizards, hasn't been enough to prevent them from killing them. So I think there is a very valid criticism that they need to commit to this and follow through on it, which is, you know, we can doom post if we want, but I'm excited. I'm hopeful. I think it's cool. Finally, my friend can play Max C at 2 copies, and then he can lose, because that's the only cards he's getting to play. Not to mention, they've said that they can have like varied points, so some tournaments could be really low to the floor, where like you can't have any of the cards on that list, because you can only have 0-point cards, and most cards are 0 points, or you could have a potential like Konami sanctioned unlimited format of just everything, and you can finally, you know, put to rest what tier limit deck wins the most when you can play every card at any amount. I don't think it's likely, but it could. You could have that as a side event or something. It's cool. It's interesting. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of room for ideas, and I like it. And now I'm going to finish this video because I've rambled enough. I'll include some more thoughts on it in this week's update. There will be one on Friday as well. And then from there we can go. But I'm behind the schedule on everyone, and I still got to make... You're seeing this, but I had to... It's this. Like, I got to fix that. That's not presentable. Anyways... As always, I hate this. I hate this. I love it. I love it. I hate that they keep doing this to my videos. Konami, please stop. All I do is criticize you and drop way too many F-bombs all the time. What did I do? Anyways, that's it. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit comment. Become a true duelist. Impress your smoking Italian wife. Invest all 90 points into a playset at Pot of Greed. Build a boat with Tim Robbins and fly away to the land of mystery. Anyways, that's it. Goodbye. I'll see you next week. Friday. I'll see you Friday.